Yes, Java. Recently updated document. Yes. Yes, 1 second. Yes, guys, yesterday, just to give an introduction. Okay. What is Java? Yes. What is yes, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Like this, some introduction discussed. What is yes? Let me review yesterday's class. Yes, what is Java? Java is an object-oriented programming language. Actually, it's a JDK. Java Development Kit. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Okay. Once again. Yes. Yes, Usha has to resign. Has to resign into session. Please resign into session. Has to resign. I think she is offline. Offline. He has to resign. In offline, he has to resign. Has to resign. Risha Katra has to resign. Resign. Yes, she is now offline. Okay. Yes, we'll start now. Yes. So what is Java? A simple answer, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Java is an object-oriented programming language. JDK stands for Java Development. Actually, Java is a JDK. JDK, Java Development Kit. Yes, JDK 1.0. First version of Java released in year 1995. 1 second. Yes. JDK 1.0, just first version of Java released near 1995. 1995. Okay. A JDK, a Java software called a JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Java Development Kit. JDK 1.0 released in year 1995. 95 is released with these features. These features, main features as below. Yes, independent of platform. Yes, portability. Yes, swoop language, scalability, and security. Yes, these features we should discuss. First, we'll start with Java features. Java features. Okay, these Java features. Okay, that's the Java features. JDK 1.0 released with main features as like independent of platform, portability, whoops language, scalability, security here. Independent of platform, portability, whoop language, scalability, security. Yes, next version JDK 1.1 released in the year 1996. 1996. Yes, in JDK 1.1, Java divided into 3 editions like standard edition, enterprise, mobile edition. Okay. Yes, next JDK 1.2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So finally Java divided. Yes, JDK 1.5. See, JDK 1.5 major changes were done here. Yes, it was released in the year 2004. Yes, here one more edition called effects, Java effects added. So finally, Java divided into 4 editions: standard edition, enterprise, mobile edition, and effects. Okay, standard edition, just the technology here, just it says Java technology, just it says Java technology, just Java technology, just the Java technology here. Okay, technology here. Okay, yes, Java technology. is a Java technology. Java's transition is Java technology. See, SE, yes, is a Java technology here. SE just is a Java technology. So our part is this. Our part is this, right? Our part. Next, enterprise is application development. Enterprise edition. Yeah, this is using for application development. Yes, application development. Yes, application. Yes, application development. Application development. Application development. Okay. So Java standardization. It's a Java technology here. Yes, you learning Java technology. Our course is not Java. This is Java standardization. Core Java comes under this part. Core Java. Core Java comes under this part. Core Java comes under this. Okay, next enterprise. Yes, it's a application development. Just it's a application development. Complete Java application. So first learning technology. Next we should go to application development. Yes, in application development, all the frameworks comes under this category here. The SE. These are the SE features. Core part of Java. Oops, concept features. Yes, next string buffer, string builder, these things get data conversions, exception handling, collections, IO streams, yes, networking, multi-threading, yes. So these topics, yeah, these are our syllabus, SC syllabus. Yes, yesterday explained about all this here. Yes, features and all this. Yeah, just list given. Yesterday, just nothing given, just list given. Okay, networking, multi-threading. Yes, Java 8, next Java 9, yes, Java 11, and 13 will be discussing. 13 features. Okay, yes, after this is will be discussing. 75 days, Monday to Saturday, class 11:45 to 1:15 PM ST. That's it. Okay, now let us start. So this is just yesterday explained here. Today we'll start with one by one independent of platform portability. After finishing this, next these also will discuss. These all of these things will discuss. Yes, let us start. Yes, main features of Java. Yes, main features of Java. These are the main features of Java. These are the main features like the independent of platform. Next portability. Next hoops language. Scalability. Security. These are the main features of Java. These are main features of Java. Okay. Yes, we'll see one by one here. See, independent of platform, portability, hoops language. Yes, to understand these features here, yes, we should discuss some basics. There are some basics here. So to understand this independent of platform means OS. Platform means OS. Operating system. Platform means operating system. Yes, to understand this one, first of all, we should discuss about OS. So about OS, operating system, about operating system, we should discuss. About operating system, we should discuss. Operating system, we should discuss. Operating system. Yes, next. Apart from this, yes, about exe file we should discuss. Next, about dot class file. See, exe file is a OS dependent. Dot class file is a Java program for independent platform. So you get to understand independent platform, is to understand this topic here. Yes, how OS is working. That OS working. How it's working. That you have to understand here. Yes, next exe file. How that exe file is working. Next, what's a dot class? Java program for a dot class. The differences also exe and dot class for differences. If you know that, then easy to understand this one here. Okay, next one more thing here apart from this. Yes, about interpreter and compiler knowledge. Interpreter and compiler. Yes, if you have this knowledge, then easy to understand these are three features. First, to independent platform portability. Yes, about OS knowledge, about exe file, dot class, yes, interpreter and compiler. Okay. Next here, OOPS language. For this purpose, there is a concept of generation of languages. Generation of languages. Yes, if you know these concepts here, then easy to understand these features. Okay. So first independent of, let us start with independent of platform. Yes, for this purpose, independent of platform. For this purpose, let us see about what is OS. Okay, 1 second. Yes. So this is your Java document. Yes. 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 Let us start from the beginning here. For the basic. Yes, even non-IT background guy also can understand. Yeah, these my classes. Even non-IT background guy also can understand here. So I'm starting from very basics. Okay. Like see computer. Yes, computer. Computer web. Computer web basically two categories. First one, hardware. Hardware. Second one, software. Hardware next software. Hardware and software. So what is hardware? Hardware, these are physical components of a physical components of computer. Yes, we can touch. Like a keyboard, mouse, monitor, all their physical components. These components you can touch. Okay, all the hardware components you can touch here. But this is not our part, our software. We are software engineers. We are software. So let us move to software. Let us move to software. Yes, what is software? What is software here? See, in software, yes, everything is a program. Everything is a program. In software, everything is a program. In software, everything is program. Okay, everything is a program. In software, everything is a program. Okay, yes. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It is a collection. Yes, it's a collection. It's a collection. Yes, it's a collection of programs. Okay, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs like C. Yes, C++. Okay. Yes, Java. Yes, maybe Python, something like this. All the programs. All are programs. Right. Okay. Yes, software. Yes, everything is a program. Okay. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, Python. Like this. So these are hardware and software. So hardware, these are physical components. Hardware, these are just physical components. Yes, physical. So hardware, these are physical components of a computer. Physical components. Yes, physical components. Physical components. Physical components of a computer. Computer, right? Yes. Okay. Yes, hardware, software. Yes, hardware, software. So what is our category in this? Right? What's our category? Software, right? Our category is software. We are not a hardware engineer, right? Yes, we are hardware or software. We are software. We are software, right? Yes, guys. Yes, we are software. So we are software. So our category is software. So it comes under software. We are software engineers. Okay. So hardware, physical components of a computer. So that is not required for us. That is not hardware. Is not our part here. Okay. Yes, hardware part, hardware engineers. Hardware engineers takes care of it. That is not our part. Our part is software. No, let us start with software. Yes, in software. In software, everything is a program. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, Python, so many things like this. Okay. Next, in software, basically two categories. This software basically, yes, software. Yes, software basically. Yes, basically two categories. Basically two categories. Two categories. Software basically two categories. Yes, first one, yes, system software. System software. First one, system software. Next one, yes, application software. System software, next application software. System software, next application software. System software, next application software. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. System software, next application software. Software basically two categories. First one system software, next one application software. System software, next application software. So what is system software? So what is system software? What is a system software? System software, it interacts with hardware components. System software, yes, it interacts. Yes, interacts with the hardware components. Interacts with hardware components. Interacting with hardware components. Interacting with hardware components. Interacting with the hardware components. Interacting with the hardware components. Okay, for this example, yes, for this example, device drivers, yes, device drivers, and operating systems. Device drivers and operating systems comes on this category of device drivers and operating systems. Device drivers and operating systems. Okay, yes, device drivers are to run the devices. Next, what is waste? We'll discuss. This is our topic. We'll discuss. Okay, so the about system software. Next, application software. Yes, Java comes under application software category. Yes, Java is application software. So what is application software? Yes, this is for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application. Yes, for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. Yes, application software. Application software. Yeah, this is for the purpose of application development. Applications, apps. See, there are different kinds of apps here. Apps. There are different kinds of applications like Facebook is application, right? Facebook is an application. Facebook is an application. Okay. So Facebook is an application. Okay. Facebook is an application. Yes. Suppose WhatsApp. Yes. WhatsApp is an application. Facebook is an application. WhatsApp is an application. Okay. Just 1 second. Yes. So Facebook is an application. WhatsApp is an application here. Yes. Next, Twitter. Twitter is an application, right? Twitter is an application here. Facebook is an application. WhatsApp is an application here. Twitter is an application here. Yes, websites, company websites are applications, right? All the applications. Yes, how to develop these kind of applications here? Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. There are some examples of applications. These are the applications, right? Okay, to develop this, we need some softwares. Yes, application software examples. Java is an application software. Java is a mostly used application software. Java is a mostly used application software. Yes, next Python. Python is an application software. Python using for application development. Next Hadoop. Hadoop using for application development. Yes, C language, C++. Okay, databases. Yes, all their application softwares. See here, simple here. Yes, except OS, except operating systems. Except operating systems, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. Okay. So except operating systems. Okay. See here in software fields, there are many things are using, right? Many things like languages, tools, packages, many things using languages, C language, C++, Java, HTML, Python, Perl scripting, PHP, like so many languages. Next, tools like ClickView, Tableau, some reporting tools, ClickView tool, Tableau tool. Next, infrastructure management tools like AWS, DevOps. These are all the tools. Testing tools like QTP tools, like this, so many tools, right? Reporting tools, data warehousing tools, like Informatica, Cognos, like this, many tools, right? Languages and tools, packages like MS Office, it's a package. Next, Tally ERP package, all the ERPs packages. Okay, so all these comes under application softwares. All these are application softwares except OS. Just remember this. Just remember this. Except OS, except operating systems, except operating systems, all are application softwares. All are application software except OS. OS, except OS. Like Windows is a OS. Windows is a operating system. Linux is the operating system. Unix is the operating system. Except this, all are application softwares. Yet Java comes under application software. So our part is application software. Java is application software. Java comes on application software. So before going to this application software, let us see something about OS here. Yes, OS. Yes, let us see about OS. Our topic is now OS. Yes, to understand independent of platform, you must have this OS knowledge. Okay. Yes, in Java features here, Java features. First one, independent of platform. First one, independent of platform, right? Independent of platform. To understand this about this independent of platform here, to understand about independent of platform here. So first of all, let us see about OS. OS. So what is operating system? Yes, here's some question for you guys. Some question. Some question. Yes, can we run any program without OS? Without OS. Can we run any program without OS? This is the question. Yes, anyone can answer it. Yes, can we run any?
No,
Of
sir.
course, here. I'm here. I'm here to explain everything. Can we run any program without OS? Without OS. Question
No,
is
sir.
without. Are you sure?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you can chat box. See your response. See, you can ping in chat box. Here, chat box available. If unable to speak it, if you are unable to speak it, just ping in chat box. Yes, ping in chat box. Ping in chat box. Yes, if unable to speak it due to some reasons, just ping in chat box here. Yes, question is, can we run any program without voice? Any program without voice? Can we run any program without voice? Yes. Can we run any program without voice? Without voice. So can we run any program without voice? Yes, answer is no. Not yes, answer is no. Yes, okay, good. Just changed your answer. Okay, Vijay Krishna. Okay, good. Yeah. So answer is no. Can we run any program without voice? No. Compulsory voice required. If no voice, no computer. Okay, no voice, no computer. Okay, compulsory voice required. Compulsory voice required. Compulsory voice required. Without voice, we can't run any programs. Let us see, but what is exactly voice? What is voice? What is voice? Yes, operating system. So what is voice? Yes, what is operating system? Okay, right. So what is voice? So what is operating system? Question is, what is operating system? Let us see. Suppose your laptop. Suppose purchased laptop. Purchased laptop. Purchased laptop means your hardware. Hardware purchased. Hardware, right? After purchasing hardware, what is next? OS has to set up. See, when you purchasing laptop with that hardware vendors, that means we selling hardware seller. Okay. Yes, hardware vendors, they will set up OS, right? They will set up and give you simply. So while selling itself, they will set up. So on top of hardware OS, operating system. Yes, operating system. Okay. Yes, operating system. Yes. So when you purchase your laptop here, yes, you will get OS with license. Licensing OS. Windows OS getting generally here. Okay, when you purchase laptop here, they'll give Windows OS at free of cost. Okay, operating system, right? Operating system. So once OS setup is done, they will set up OS. After OS setup here, just with your name, login, creating login ID and all this. So once OS created here, then once OS setup is done, restarting our system. After setup, restart our system. Now this is a system with OS, right? System is with OS. Okay, now this OS, right? System is ready with OS. Okay, once OS setup is done, now system is ready. Yes, once OS setup is done, system is ready, right? System is ready. Now system is ready. Okay, now system is ready, right? Yes, how to use this one? Suppose learning Java. Learning Java, for this purpose, you have to install Java. Suppose learning C language, you should install C language. Learning C++, so you should install C++. Suppose learning Hadoop, yes, you have to install Hadoop. So using some database, the database has to install here. Okay, so Python, learning Python, for this purpose, Python software you have to install it. Yes, all these are what application softwares, right? So previously we discussed all their application softwares. Okay. All these are application softwares. Java, Python, C, C++, database are softwares. All the application softwares, right? Except ways. Except ways, all are application softwares. Now these are application softwares. Yes, application. Yes, application. Yes, application software. It's application software. All their application softwares. Okay. Yes. Application softwares. Okay. Yeah, these application softwares. All these application softwares. Yes, all these application softwares like Java, C, C++, Hadoop, all of this in running on top of ways. So without these ways, these programs cannot run. Ways required. So on top of ways, all the application software is running. On top of ways, only here on top of operating system, on top of it, all are running. All are running. On top of it, all are running. So it's like a platform. On top of ways, everything running. It's like a platform. It's like a flat, acting like a platform. Waze is acting like a platform. Waze is acting like a platform. On top of it, all are running here. Waze is acting like a platform. On top of it, all are running. Okay, so what is Waze? Yes, it's a platform. So what is Waze means? It is a platform. So Waze is a platform. It's a platform. It's a platform. Yes, where we can run all application softwares, all application softwares, all application. Yes, application software. All application software, right? Yes. Software. Okay, all application softwares. Okay, it's a platform. So Waze acting like a platform. On top of it, all are running, right? Okay. Yes. See here. Here Java features independent of platform. Platform is Waze, not here. Platform is a operating system. It's a Waze. Okay, how that Waze is working? Let us see that also. That point also. Yes, Waze is a platform. Waze is a platform where we can run all the application software. Java is independent of platform. It's independent of operating system. Independent of operating system. Yes, next, how is Java made us independent of Waze? We'll see next. Next topic we'll discuss. First, let me finish about Waze here. Waze. So, what is Waze? It's a platform. It's a platform where we can run all the applications of where we can run all the application software, all the application software, all the application software. It's a platform where we can run all the application software. Okay, fine. Not only platform here, see on top of it, all are running. On top of it, everything is running. So we can say platform. We can say platform. See, not only platform, here way is not only platform. Not only platform. Suppose C program generating some output. So output of C program simply goes to Waze. Suppose Java program or C program. These programs are generating some output. That output simply goes to Waze. From the Waze, then it will transfer to output device. So here all the programs, every program outputs, all the programs output here, all the programs output simply goes to Waze and then delivered to output device. Delivered to output device. Suppose reading from the keyboard. So first of all, keyboard data goes to Waze. Keyboard data goes to Waze. Waze to your programs, maybe C program or C plus Java, something like this. So between application software, hardware, there is a Waze. So between application software and hardware, there is a Waze, right? So like interface. So Waze is acting like interface. So just it's like a mediator between these two layers, right? Mediator means like interface. So it's like interface. Yes, interface between application software and hardware components. Okay. Yes. So next, it is an interface. Yes. Next point, it is an interface. It is interface between application software and hardware components and hardware components. Hardware components. Right? It is an interface between application software and hardware components. Okay. Yes. Next, one more point about Waze. Yes, in Waze, there is a library. These important points in Java perspective. Yes, independent platform. To understand independent platform, this is important points. Yes, library. See, in every Waze, there is a library. Input output library. In every Waze, there is an input output library. Input output library. So what is library? Library is a collection of functions, C language functions. See, almost all the operating systems were developed in C language. Operating systems were developed in C language. Okay, it's a C library here. It's a C library. Okay, it's a C library here. Means C language functions here. C language functions. Some input output functions. Okay, library is a collection of functions. Okay, see, every OS has its own library to communicate between application software hardware components. See, OS using library, just OS using library is one layer in the OS. Library just is one layer in the OS. Library one layer in the OS. Okay, so OS using library to communicate between application software and hardware components. So just OS using library to communicate between application software hardware components. Just using library here, right? Okay, so every OS, yes, every OS, yes, every operating system, yes, using library. Okay, yes. Okay, every operating system has its own library. So every operating system has its own library here, its own library. See, every OS has its own library here. Every OS has its own library. Yes, to communicate. Every OS has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. So just OS using some library here. So every OS has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Fine. Yes, next one more important point here. Yes, C program or Java program or Python. See, all the programs, first of all, it has to link with OS library. So Java program linking with OS library, then communicates with the hardware. See, before going to run it here, first of all, links with OS library. Maybe Java program or C program, C++ or Python. All the programs. Every program has to link. It has to link up. So first linking with OS library. So all the programs, yes, all of the programs, it has to link compulsory here. It has to link. So here, Java program or C program or C++, all the programs has to link with OS library. Using library, just communicating with hardware components. Yes, Java program cannot interact with hardware directly. C program, C++ directly cannot interact with the hardware here. So for this between this is OS. Instead of OS, this is library. So all the programs, every program, all of the programs, first link with OS library, then communicates with hardware. Okay. So every program yes, every program has to link. Every program has to link with OS library, link with OS library, yes, OS library before going to run it, before going to run here. Okay, before going to run. Okay, every program has to link with OS library before going to run. That linking, maybe static linking or dynamic linking here. Static linking or dynamic linking. Suppose C and C++, it's exe file concepts. C and C++ exe file concept here. At the time of creating exe file itself, linking takes place. It's a static linking. But when come to Java, no exe file. Python, no exe file. So these two cases, that link is at runtime. That link happens at runtime. So dynamically linking here. Java and Python dynamically linking. C and C++ statically linking. Yes, I'll show practically. I'll show that programs practically here how those are linking with OS library. Java program how linking to OS library. C program how it is linking to OS library. Python linking to OS library. How that link I'll show practically. We'll see next. Okay. Yes. So the about OS. Yeah, this knowledge enough. To understand independent platform. Okay. So what is OS means? A platform. OS is a platform. OS is a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Next, it's an interface between application software, hardware components. Next, OS has library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay. Next, every program has to link with the library to communicate with the hardware. Same these points. Okay, these points, right? Yes. So every program has to link with OS library before going to run. Remember this point. Last point, fourth point is important for us. Okay. So every program has to link with OS library before going to run here. Maybe Java program, hard C program, something like this. In this linking, sometimes statically linking, sometimes dynamically linking. Yes, we'll discuss. Static link, dynamic link, we'll see next. We'll see next coming topic. Okay, yes. So this is about OS. See the document here. Yes, you guys, notes not necessary. You guys don't write any running notes. Running notes is not necessary. It's there in documents. I have prepared very clear in the document here. I have prepared very clearly in documents. See, introduction to software. Okay, software is a collection of programs. Same points explained here. Software basically two categories like system software, application software, system software, application software. System software, it interacts with the hardware components. Example, device drivers and operating systems. Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. Example, C, C++, Java, .NET and ERP other packages. See, except with this point. Yes, here there is a point here, important point. Except OS, except operating systems, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. Yes, device driver. Device driver ought to run the devices, all the hardware components. Hardware component like printer, yes, printer driver, network driver, and all this. Printer, network drivers. Yes, maybe a TV driver and all this. Okay, yes. Next part is OS. See this same OS hardware. On top of it OS, on top of it application software. Okay, see same points, all that 4 points explained here. So OS, it's a platform where we can run application software. Next, second point is an interface. Third point, this third point, every OS has its own libraries to communicate between application software and hardware components. Yes, like fourth point, every program links with OS library before going to start execution. These points explains. Okay, Java is a application software. Now let us see what is application software. Yes, application software. Java is application software. Okay, see application software for the purpose of application development. In this there are three categories. Yeah, they say front end, back end here. Front end, back end. Application software, two categories: front end, back end. What is front end? What is back end here? See front end. See in front end we are filling some form, right? Here there is some registration form. Some registration form. Here some registration form, right? This is a registration form. We are filling this form, right? And submitting. Now what about this form collecting data from you and storing some location? Storing at some location. That this form is called the front end. Where this information storing, that is called the back end. So this is front end. Front end is to collect data from users. Front end collecting data from users. Back end is to store the data. So storing and maintaining data. Okay, right? See here, this data. Suppose you fill this information, submit it. Means your information somewhere storing, right? Somewhere storing. Yes, now Durgasoft, they will take data and they will do the follow up, right? They will take your data. Yeah, they will follow up, right? Okay, yes. Yes. So this is called the front end. So this data storing somewhere, that is back end. So front end, back end here. See the front end, back end. Front end. Yes, these are to interact with the end users. See, we are the end users. See, we are using this application, right? We are using this application. So we are the end users. We are the end user. Facebook, we are the end users of Facebook. Facebook end user. Flipkart, we are the users of that applications. We are using that application, right? We are the end users. So this front end collecting data from end users, it interact with end users. See front end, it interact with end users and collects data from end user, stores in the back end. So what is back end here? Back end to store and maintain it. Back end is to store and maintain data. Okay, Java comes on the front end. Now let us move to front end here. Front end software is language and packages. So Java comes under languages. Yes, what is language? See, the generation of language we'll see next. Just I'm holding this topic, generation of language. So first let us finish these two topics. Let us finish independent of platform portability. After that, we'll go to languages. Okay. Yes, independent of platform. To understand independent of platform, yes, ways. Just we have discussed about ways. Ways we have discussed about ways. Okay, fine. Next here. Yes, about exe file, dot class file, interpreter and compare. So next topics. Yes. Yes. So interpreter and compiler. Let us see this. See here. When come to languages here, low level language, high level. Java is a language, right? Java is a language. Java is a language. Java is a language. Okay. Java is a language here. Come to languages. Let us moving to language here. Moving to language here. Low level, high level. Low level means these are system understandable language. System understand low level languages. Low level, yes, system understandable. Low level, system understandable. System understandable. Understandable. So it's a binary code. This is binary code. This is binary code. System understandable is a binary code. Zero response format. Zero response format. Okay, called as low level language. It's low level language. Next, high level language, user understandable. Yes, user understandable. It's a high level language. User understandable. Understandable. Yes, it's a high level language. It's like English language. English language. English language. English language. English language. For example, here, suppose Java program. Suppose some Java program. Java program. Yes, no Java. 1 second. Suppose Java program. See, this is like English language, right? Like English language, looking like English language. Java program like English language. Okay. Suppose Python script. Yes, 1 second. Python script open with notepads. Yeah, this also like English language. Python script. Okay. Suppose C program. Let us take some C program. C program. Suppose C. Then yes. Suppose some C program. Right, C program. Yeah, this also like English language. English language, right? Yeah, this is called as high level language. This is high level language. Okay. See, in software languages, 1 second. Yes. So languages. Yes. So software languages here. See, we are understanding some language, computer understanding a different language. This is computer understandable language, zero response format. Next, English language is our language. So computer understandable low level languages, user understandable is high level languages, low level and high level. Okay. Yes, see this languages. Low level. It's a system understand, machine understandable. Yes, is user understandable language, like English language. This is like English language. Yes, this is a binary code in the form of binary code. Fine. Now, okay, every high level language has to convert to low level language. Suppose Java program. Yes, suppose this is some Java program. This Java program has to convert into binary code to execute this, right? So this high level language has to convert into binary codes. Okay. Similarly, Python script. This also has to convert into binary codes. Okay. Every program has to convert into binary codes. Every program has to convert into binary codes. Binary code, right? After converting into binary code, then execution. After converting to binary code, then execution, right? Who will convert? Who will convert? Either interpreter or compiler. So either interpreter or compiler converts. So interpreter, see interpreter. Yes, interpreter. Yes, interpreter. or interpreter or compiler. Interpreter or compiler. Interpreter or compiler. Yes, interpreter or compiler. Interpreter or compiler. Yes, converts. Yes, converts. Yes, interpreter or compiler converts. Yes, converts. Converts from high level language to low level language. High level means English language. High level language. High level language to low level language. High level language to low level language. To low level language. Low level. Yes, low level language. Either interpreter or compiler converts from high level language to high level language to low level language. Low level language. Low level language. Fine. Interpreter and compiler both are converting from high level language to low level language. What? There is a difference. There is a difference between these two here. So what's the difference? Interpreter versus compiler. Let us see about interpreter and compiler. Yes, interpreter versus compiler. Yes, how interpreter and compiler is working here. Yes, first let us start with the interpreter here. Interpreter. Suppose interpreter for this purpose, just I'm taking some Python script, test.py, Python script. Python script. Just I'm taking some Python script here. See Python script, how it's working. Yes, Python is the interpreter based language. Python is the interpreter based language. That's the reason I'm taking Python here. Python is the interpreter based language. Okay, Python is the interpreter based language. Yes. Python script. Yes, D drive, mn Python folder in this Python script is there. So D drive mn Python. CMD command prompt. Open command prompt. Yes, D drive. Yes, DER output here. See mn Python. Python. CD. Yes, mn hyphen Python. CD means change of directory. Change of directory. CLS. DER. Yes, now get test.py. Notepad. Yes, notepad. Test.py. Open that. So this is Python script, right? First statement, next statement, next statement, next statement, next like this. All this here like this. So they are the statements. Okay. Yes, test.py. Suppose first statement that A equal 10, B equal something like this. First statement. So next statement. Okay. Next statement. Yes, next statement like this. All the statements like this. The scripting statement, all the statements here. So next statement. So next, all the statements like this. Yes, all the statements. Okay. So this is right. Yes, how this is working here. Let us see how it's working here. How it's working. Yes, how this is working here. See first. Yes, A equal to checking syntax. If syntax is correct. Yes, memory allocating for a storing 10. Yes, next syntax correct, checking for this. Syntax correct, memory allocating for bit, storing 20. C equal to A plus B. Checking for syntax. Syntax correct. So this performing this operation A plus B operation and assigning to C, storing to C. Next displaying additional value. Next like this. So here first line checking, next execution immediately. Second line checking, then immediately execution. Okay, next third line checking, immediately execution. Fourth line checking, immediately execution. See in Python, yes, see directly we are submitting code. Python directly code submission, right? Code submitting. Yes, submitted, executed here. Python code submitted, executed. Suppose if C program, what happens? First of all, you have to compile. Okay, there's a comparison process. In C language or Java somewhere, comparison process here. But in Python, no comparison process. Directly executing. The Python script executes directly. Python script executes directly here. So directly executing Python script here. The script executing directly here. The script executing directly. Script executes directly. The script executes directly, right? Directly execution here. Okay, directly execution, right? Yes. Now how it's working here? Checking first statement. If first statement is correct, immediately executes. generating output. So A equal 10, memory allocating for A, storing 10, memory allocating for B, storing 20, C equal to A plus B performing here. Yes, after addition equal to, suppose a mistake, comma missing. Suppose here double quotation is missing. Okay. Suppose here some bracket missing. Something missing here. Okay. Yes, exact. Some statements are missing, right? Suppose if it is C program, first you have to compile, means correction of all the errors. Comparison means checking for errors. If it is C program, you have to compile. That C program also will discuss. Wait, C program also I will explain. Okay. Yes. Let me start Linux space for C program purpose. Linux space. Linux space. Start. Now here, see Python script. Yes. Yes, Python test.py, right? Yes, seventh line error. Seventh line error, right? Seventh line error. But actually many errors are there. Seventh line mistake is there, error is there. Yeah, this line error is there. Next, this line of error. But showing only one error, right? Showing only one error. Only one error, not all the errors. Only one error. So what is happening here? If any error comes, it will be stopping here. Error comes, it will be stopping. Okay. See here, interpreter, how it's working here. See, interpreter checks the first statement. Checking first statement. Interpreter checking first statement. Suppose first statement is correct. If first statement is correct, simply this interpreter, yes, converts. Just interpreter converts that code. Okay. Yes. So checking for the first statement. Suppose first statement is correct here. First statement is correct here. Simply converts that code into binary codes, zeros ones format. So interpreter checks the first statement. If first statement is correct, if it is correct, simply converts into binary codes, zeros ones format. After converting into binary codes, this statement given to processor, right? Processor. So processor taking the statement, generating output, right? Generating output. Just giving outputs. Okay, right? Yes, after that, checking for next line also. Checking next line. So interpreter checking next line. So checking second line. Suppose second line also correct. Here. Simply converts in binary codes. Submit it to processor. Just submit it to processor. And generating outputs. Same thing happens up to end of this. First line correct, immediately execution, giving outputs. Next line correct, immediately giving output here. Suppose something wrong here. Something wrong, simply stops. Something wrong stops. Right? Only one error. It won't check all the statements here. Only if any error comes, simply stops. So here line by line. So first line checking, then execution complete. First line completed. Second line correct, completed. Third line something wrong, stops. So this is line by line execution. Line by line, checking and execution, If any error, simply stops. It shows only one error. So this interpret, right? Yes, same thing if it is compiler. How compile is working? Let us see about compiler. Yes, how compile is working? Yes, let us see about compiler here. How compiler? Yes, how compiler is working here? How compiler is working? Yes, how compile is working here? Okay, yes, compiler. Yes, support test.c. Let us take C program. Yes, it's a C program source code. Means your program. What are the program we are writing called as source code? Source test.c, right? Test.c. Yes, compiler how it works. Compiler checking for the first statement. If it is correct, even correct, it won't convert into binary code. No, it won't convert into binary code. Even correct, it won't convert into binary code. Okay. Yes, it won't convert into binary code. Yes, checking for next statements. Suppose next statement even it's correct, it won't convert into binary. No, immediately it won't convert. Okay, checking for next statement. Suppose something wrong. Yes, error at third line. After checking for next statements. Suppose next also correct. Okay, then checking for next line. Suppose next also correct. Checking for next line. Suppose something wrong here. Yes, error at some line here. Okay, right? Next. Next it checking for next one. Okay, checking for next like this, top to bottom. Compiler checks whole program from top to bottom. Checking whole program from top to bottom. Whole program from top to bottom and shows all the errors. Top to bottom, all the errors. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4, 5. All these errors, top to bottom. Compiler checks whole program from top to bottom and shows all the errors. All the errors, right? No, you have to correct errors. Suppose error correction. Suppose after correcting errors means like semicolon, missing bracket, something like this. Suppose next time is correct. Next time is correct. Next time. So next time everything is correct. Next time, if everything is correct, what happens here? If everything is correct here, then compiler opens another file. If everything is correct, compiler opens another file. Just opening another file. After opening another file here, this whole code, top to bottom, converts in binary codes. Zeros ones format. Write to another file. Zeros ones format. Write to another file. Just write into another file. Zeros ones format. Write into another file. Okay, writing to another file. Yeah, this file is called as exe file. So compiler checks whole program from top to bottom. Okay, compiler checks whole program from top to bottom here. Yes, even error checking for next line also, next line like this. It shows all the errors. See, in case of interpreter, what happens here? Any error comes, simply stops. Any error stops. But compile is not like that. Checking from top to bottom, if no errors, generating one exe file. Yes, generating one exe file. Exe file generates. Exe means executable file. Ready to execute. After generating exe file, this exe file submitted to processor, right? Submitted to processor. That exe file submitted to processor. Now processor taking this exe file, yes, executing and giving output, generating output. This is working of compiler. Yes, let me show that practically. Demo login, Linux login. Yes. CD yes, all the files removed. Presently working directory remainder. There's no files. Yes, see, Java application development Linux base. This topic is that I'll take 2 sessions on Linux base. In your course, I'll take 2 sessions on Linux base. Okay. Yes. Now C program. zreach test.c. Yes. Now C program. Writing C program. 1 second. I'm changing font size. Font. Yes, writing C program. Okay. Yes, like a Python script. See Python. Yes. See addition, subtraction, multiplication. Right. Same here in C language. Hash includes std ibot data. Okay. Hash is enough. Yes, void main function starting ending. Okay. Yes, in this, suppose int a equal to 10. Next int b equal to 20. Okay, next int c declaration, third variable c here. Yes. Now here c is equal to yes a plus b. Okay. Yes, printf slash yes addition equal to yes personally comma C. This thing C value. So addition equal to slash and take next line here. At the beginning, not necessary. So addition. Yes. A equal to B equal to 20. See like this. Yes. A plus B. Displaying additional value. Next. Subtraction. Yes. Subtraction. Subtraction. Okay. Is equal next. Yes. Next multiplication. C equal to yes. A into B. Multiplication. Next subtraction. Next multiplication. Yes. Multiplication equal to this program. Okay. So what is next? CLS just dot C program. This is your program. Gedit means like notepad. Gedit is like a Windows notepad. Windows notepad. Gedit test dot C. Yes, it's a C program. Like a notepad C. Notepad test dot py, right? Python script. Like notepad. Notepad, right? Yes, of developing here. Yes, here. Yes, that running the Python script directly. Directly running, right? Python. Just direct running here. Running. Yes, only one error. Yes, we have to correct that error here. So correction of that error here. So seventh line error. Seventh is so corrected. After correction, save. Switch. Yes, now here. See. Yes, 11th line. One more error. 11th line error. 11th line error. Okay. So like this here one by one. Yes, at a time go. At a time it won't show all the errors here. Only one error. This error correction is done. After correction, now run it here. Yes, next one more error. Line number 35. So one more error. So like this here, yes, only one error. Shows only one error. Only one error, right? Only one error. Only one error. Okay, right? Only one error. Now finally running. That's it here. Yes, same thing. Come to C program here. Yes, C program. Yes. Now here, let's now it has to come first of all directly go and run C program. First you have to compare it. C-C compilation option. Yes, -C test.c. Yes, some errors. Printf. There are some errors here. 14th line error. Yes, 18th line error. 22 line error. There are some errors here. There are some errors. Okay. Yes, see this errors. The printf missing here. Printf. Yes, A. Yes, semicolon missing. Yes, here semicolon missing. Here semicolon. So it showed all the errors, right? All the errors. Look, all the errors, right? All the see that all the errors. First error, next error, next error. All the errors. Semicolon before printf. The semicolon missing. Yes. So compile displayed all the errors, right? See 14th line error, 18th line error, and 22nd line error, right? All the errors. Compiler shows all the errors. Interpreter is only one error, right? That's showed practically. Okay, it's all errors. No recompile it. Yes, no error. No error. Yes, if no error, what is next step? Now, next step is yes, convert into exe file. Test.o. Test.o. Yes. So your C program is test.o. Result is after compilation. Result is test.o. Now this test.o file converting exe file. -o means object file. Hyphen means only compilation. Yes, hyphen C compilation. Hyphen means object file converting into exe format. Exe format. Yes, complete ELS. Project is the exe file. So we got the exe file /project. /project. Run it here. Yes, addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay, we can see that project exe file. Project it contains what binary code. That exe file contains binary code. Gedit project. That binary code. Just take a little bit time. Yes, see this. Some binary for zeros funds format. Zeros funds format. It's a machine language. It's in machine language. Zeros funds format language. So the exe file. So what is happening? Compiler generating one exe file, then execution. Okay. Yes, in case of interpreter, what happened here? So interpreter directly execute no exe file concept here. Yes, interpreter directly the source code executing directly here. That's it. So this is difference between interpreter and compiler. Let us see points wise. Yes, points wise. Yeah, last 5 minutes topic. Yes, compiler interpreter. Yes, how this compiler interpreter working here? Yes. So difference between interpreter and compiler. Yes, interpreter. Interpreter. Next compiler. Interpreter and compiler. How this interpreter and compiler is working here? Interpreter and compiler. Let us see. One second. Interpreter and compiler. So what's the difference? See first point interpreter. Yes, interpreter checks the code line by line. So first line checking then execution, second line checking then execution, but compile is whole program. Yes, whole program. Yes, whole program from yes top to bottom. Right, from top to bottom. Right. Yes, next. Yes, here when come to output is line by line output here, line by line. Output is line by line. Compiler. See one exe file generating. That exe file executing get a time, right? Exe file executing at a time. So giving output, right? Exe file executing at a time and generating outputs. Okay, so at a time output. So this at a time output here. At a time outputs. So at a time outputs. Okay. So exe file at a time outputs. Okay. So compiler at a time interpret is line by line output. First line checking giving output. Second line checking giving output. Third line checking giving output. Right? Suppose any error simply starts. That will shows only one error. It shows only one error. It shows only one error. Shows only one error. Okay, it shows only one error. Yes, compiler. Yes, all the errors. Yes, all the errors from top to bottom. All the errors from yes top to bottom. All the errors from top to bottom. All the errors from top to bottom. Okay. Yes. Next. Main difference exe file. Yes, it does not. Interpreter. Interpreter does not generate exe. Does not generate exe file. Interpret does not generate exe file. This compiler it generates exe file. Generates exe file. It generates exe file. Okay. Interpreter does not generate exe. Compiler generates exe file. Okay. Right? Next, interpreter. Yes, it executes source code directly here. It executes source code directly. Source code directly here. Source code directly here. Directly. Right? See this Python script. The source code is executing directly. Right? Source code executing directly. The source code. See your program executing directly. That Python script executing directly here. Source that English language program executing directly here. But in case of compiler, what happens here? Exe file. It generates exe file. So here, yes, exe file executes. Here exe file executes. Exe file executes. Exe file executes. Okay. Yes, interpreter based language called a scripting language. Yes, scripting language. They are scripting language. They are scripting language. Interpreter based. Yes, scripting language. All the scripting language. Scripting language. Compiler based are programming language. They are programming language. Programming languages. Programming languages. Programming languages. Okay. So here these are programming languages. Okay. Interpreter based is a scripting language. Compiler based programming language. Yes. Interpreter based language examples here. Examples. Yes. Python is the best example. Python. Yes. Next HTML. Yes. Hypertext markup language. For HTML, browser is the interpreter. HTML is a browser understandable language. HTML is a browser understandable language. Browser is the interpreter for this. HTML. Next, Linux shell scripting. Linux is shell scripting. Shell scripting is interpreter based. Shell scripting. Linux. 1 second. Here this shell scripting. There are shell scripts. Linux shell scripting here. Shell scripting. So shell scripting directly executing here. Shell scripting. Edit. Math datasets. See, this is shell script. No exe file concept here also here. The script executes directly here. Directly executing script here. Shell script. Yes. See that math dataset script, the script math dataset, mathematical operations, bash. Yes. The script execute directly here. No comparison passes, nothing here. First number 10, second number 20. Yes, one for addition. Directly executing. Directly executing it. Shell scripting executing direct, no exe file. Same. Okay, so Python, shell scripting, HTML, SQL scripting. Yes, next PHP, all are interpreter based languages. Then come to compiler based here. Example, yes, C. C is example of this. C. Yes, next C++. Next .NET. .NET C#. Okay. Yes, next. So these are compiler based. They're compiler based. Compiler based, right? What is Java? We'll discuss next. Java will discuss next. Okay. Yes. So interpreter based language. Yes, here interpreter based language don't have exe file concept here. Okay, here there is no exe file. Yes, no exe file concept here. No exe file concept here. No exe file concept here. No exe file concept. Here everything is exe file. Everything is exe file. Everything is an exe file. Is an exe file. So this is difference between interpreter and compiler. Yes, what is Java? Is it interpreter based or compiler based? Any idea? Yes, these are C language compiler based. Yes, Python, these are interpreter based. What is Java? Is it interpreter based or compiler based? Yes, Java. Yes, Java depends on what? Depends on both interpreter and compiler. Yes, how it is we'll discuss. Both interpreter and compiler. Both interpreter and compiler. Java depends on both here. Yes, how depends on both here? Yes, we'll discuss. Okay, that point. Tomorrow we'll continue. Java depending on interpreter and compiler, both here. Yes, after that, just first 15 minutes enough to explain that. After that, I'll go to, yes, features, the Java features. Yes. Yes, tomorrow we'll finish Java features. Okay, tomorrow we'll finish the Java features here. So interpreter, compiler, the difference is completely here. Okay. Yes, next, what is Java? Java depends on what? Yes, about Java dot class file concept, exe file concept, we should discuss tomorrow here. Okay, right? So first 15 to 20 minutes enough. After that, we'll go to independent platform. Yes, tomorrow finishing these features. After finishing, we'll go for Java programming. How to set up Java installation and how to write the programming, Eclipse, and all the setups. So tomorrow features finishing here. Day after tomorrow, Friday, going for Java installation and writing Java programs and all this. That's all. That's all for today. Yes, any doubts? Yes, any doubts? Yes, any doubts? Next, one more thing here. Yes, yeah, for your batch, WhatsApp group created for communication purpose. Yes, my WhatsApp number 8179189123. Take this number. Yes. Yes. Please provide this name, your name. Okay. Next, your name. Next course. What's the course you are attending here? Course. Yes. Course Java. Time 11:45 time. Next, Gmail is required here. Gmail ID. Yes. Gmail ID. Here I'll share all the recordings, daily recordings. I'll share daily recordings to Gmail ID here. Yes, including recording. Your course include recordings, and this document also I'll share it. This document is for you only. I'll share these documents. Here is around 520-page document. These documents plus recordings and the software, Java software. I'll share all of these things to your Gmail ID. So please provide this information. These are information. Yes, I need here. This information I need to add to WhatsApp. Yes, then I will send daily recordings. Okay, next your course material and yes, software, Java software, Eclipse software. Yeah, that's all for today. But please note it. Please note this number. Yes, here one more. Yeah, 1 second. One second. Yes, one more. Yes, Java 10:30 batch. Just 2 days before it started. Just 2 classes. Okay, earlier than you. Yes, they are further not taking class today. Just to on Friday, I'm clubbing with your batch. Then explaining about installation. Yeah, power now. I'll share it 100%. Yeah, the course Java batch. Course Java batch. See here, 10:30 batch started. Yes, merging into your 11:45 batch on Friday. This batch. Yeah, this batch already with 13 members batch. The 13 members batch that is merging into your batch. Yes, 11:45. Yes, I'm merging into 11:45. Yes. Okay, this is okay. Friday, I'll merging into 11. On Friday, I'll be merging into your batch and taking that installation class and all this. Okay. Get that batch almost with the yes. How many guys? Yes, 13 participants are there. So next, you guys also adding to that batch. Okay. So 11. Yes. No change in your time. Your time is same. So that batch is merging to this batch, 11:45 batch. Okay. Right? Yeah. So this is my WhatsApp number. Please share your details. I will add to that group. So that communication, easy for communication. Every daily recordings, daily notes, and everything communication with you. Okay. Yeah. Just taken right. Yes. Let me remove this. I'm removing this. Is just taken this edge. Okay. Fine. Yes. Yeah, that's all for today. So thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Same 11:45 time. Okay. Same 11:45.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.